It's Chloe. Magic Chloe. Hello, beautiful people. It's your girl, Nigel Chloe, and welcome back to my channel. It is September. It is Labor Day weekend, so I got a 3-day holiday. So this is a catching up with Chloe. What's going on? Get this chat. I would have a glass of wine, but I finished it all last week. Sorry. But so we're just gonna catch up on my mental health, the future things I have for this channel, get a little story time, some tea on the anniversary trip from hell that I went on, and just chat. Sometimes we just gotta talk. So that is what this video is about. I just finished recording my intro video, so you're probably going to see that, and I am wearing the same thing. But as an influencer and sometimes doing content, you have to know the content batch, which is kill multiple birds with one stone. So if you gotta wear the same outfit and film multiple videos or take pictures, you do that. You gotta change your wig, change your wig if you need to, just to get the job done. Anyways, let's get started. So first things first, mental health. Where have I been with my mental health status? I haven't seen a therapist since last year when the whole COVID shutdown happened, but I have been able to recognize my triggers. Ooh, speaking of triggers, this might be triggering some men out there. Let me pull this up a bit. Okay. Anyways, so I have been finding out what my triggers are. I have been journaling. I have my little prayer journal that I do. I'll put the description in the link where you can do it. And it's just like a weekly prayer journal that I've gotten. As a matter of fact, let me get it to show it to you. All right, so I went to go get the 2 books. So another way I've been just kind of keeping track of my mental health is I've been trying to pray more or just have more devotion. So I got this journal. You guys see me talk about it in my early videos. It's a prayer journal for women. You do it weekly. And let me just show you a glimpse. As you can see, I've been doing it since last year. So this little yellow tab is where I'm at. So I'm almost at the end. So I'll go to one of the ends. So when you do this prayer journal, each week you start off with a scripture, a memory verse. And this memory verse is what's going to guide your writing throughout the whole week. So you read the memory verse, like for example, this is Ephesians 4:2. Then after you read the memory verse, they have a reflection. They give you a little scenario here, and you kind of write about how it relates to this Bible verse here. Then you go to the next part. So this is like, you can do a section each day. Things you're thankful for, things you want God to teach you, how you want God to guide you. Anything that's on your heart, that's heavy in your heart, you release it and write it here. Any special prayer requests, highlights, because you want to have positives before, you always want to pour out and tell God, I need. But also just highlighting the good things that he has done for you within that week. So many small things happen within a week that we just want to be thankful for. So I use this on a weekly basis, just to kind of keep myself grounded. And then I have my gratitude attitude journal. This is daily. So every day you're supposed to put the date and you write 3 things that you're grateful for. Just any random 3 things. So right now, as you're watching, probably sipping your tea, sipping a margarita, blending some okra, or blending something, or watching something. You're watching me, of course. Think about just 3 things that just happened today that you're grateful for. I can tell you one of them. Nigel Chloe, you're grateful for me, aren't you? I know you are. So I'm just grateful for being alive today. I'm grateful for this wonderful platform and I have an opportunity to help others. And I'm just grateful for God's presence in my life, just being able to feel him and know how to where I'm not where I used to be. So that's been my update so far with my mental health. Like I said, just recognizing my triggers, being able to say no. And that's one of the things I always tell people. It is okay. It is okay. It is okay for you to say no to people. You don't have to kill yourself. It's okay to take a break and be like, you know what? I don't know what's going on with my wig today. I can't do it. I'm not able to fulfill it. I'm sorry. And say no without feeling guilty. I guarantee you they will find somebody else. So yeah, that's pretty much it with my mental health. I'm okay. I do a lot of walking and just challenging myself and inspiring myself, and also just being able to inspire others, help others. It's just things that fulfill me. So that's with my mental health. Okay, update with me physically. I was doing a walking challenge as you saw in some of my videos. I haven't really been doing it, but at least I walk 2 or 3 times a week with my walking partner. Hey, walking partner. We call ourselves the Real Housewives of Rosenberg. But anyways, so I've just been walking, trying to do a lot of intermittent fasting. I have lost 5 pounds, which is good. And I think that's coming stemming from just actually being back at work compared to the sometime when I was idle. I do a lot of walking and stuff at work. So that's with my physicalness, physical fitness. I know the holidays are coming, so I'm trying to mind not gaining that holiday weight. And but I have been feeling good about myself physically. As you can tell, I've just been dressing up more. You definitely have to follow me on Instagram if you don't already. Your girl be giving y'all some outfits and things up on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Run back. Okay, so yes, that is it for mental health. So I mean, physical and spiritually. I tell you, sometimes God, I feel God is a comedian. This is my little, I feel God is a comedian. And let me tell you why I feel God is a comedian. I always talk about how I don't have patience in the world, but I feel like I got a new position in my job, and I feel like God is putting me in positions where I have to be patient. Because I can say, God, give me patience. So, but how is he going to physically give me patience? By putting me in situations where I have to be patient. They gave me a team leader position at my job. And so everyone on my team is new, including myself. I'm new. So it's like I'm having to have patience with people who are coming with me while I'm still trying to get myself together. And then even just sometimes with my kids, having to be patient with my kids in my household, having to be patient. So I feel like he's putting me in situations where I have to learn to be patient because I have no other choice but to be, So that's where I am spiritually. I'm just kind of, it's like, appreciating God's presence, finding words, but I still feel like I'm dwindling in where I want to worship, because I feel like I've outgrown where I grew up worshiping at. I feel like the mentality of the people are not necessarily my vision for myself. And, growing up, like my dad and my parents are just very, very known people in the church. So for me, or for us, me and my siblings, it's like, we can't just go to church to go to church. We have to be active. Or it's like, oh, look at so-and-so's daughter, look at so-and-so's kid. They're not participating. They're not doing what. So it's like, we are almost forced to have to play a certain role because of the last name that we have growing up. And I just want to worship and go home. I just want to be a regular person, enjoy the music, just put my hand up, lift our hands in the sanctuary, and go home and just enjoy a Sunday. But it's like I also carry a lot of burdens on me. It's like if I see something going wrong, I feel like it's my job to fix it. But when I do that, I have to deal with people, and I have to be patient because I'm dealing with other people. So it all goes back to the whole patient thing. But that's where I am at with my spiritual journey. But I just thank God, and I'm just happy for his presence and his gratefulness and his mercy. Because I'm in my late 30s. I know what I want for myself. And I've just been battling with whether or not what I'm in right now is for me. I told you I'm going to be open and honest, because for me, this is a sense of therapy. So for those of you who don't know, I'm in my second marriage right now. And in both of my marriages, I have 2 beautiful girls from it. And in my first marriage, I just felt a lot of stigma from being divorced, and just in our culture of failure. That was in my late 20s. And it was just a lot. I think that's what stemmed to me having just high blood pressure, because I was like feeling the pressure of society and everyone looking, because it really wasn't the most healthy way of ending. But at the end of the day, I feel like it was a blessing in disguise, the fact that what God dodged me from. That'll probably be a tea time for you guys. I'm thinking of doing a tea time with Chloe. What do y'all think? Comment below. Would you want to hear a tea time with Chloe, where I tell you some tea? Because I do True Story Tuesdays on my Instagram. And but tea time with Chloe, because y'all know I love tea. I love me some tea. But yeah, so just trying to figure out what is it that I want for myself, because I would say, I can do better all by myself. I have patience for kids, but not with adults. So that's just where it is, trying to figure out what is for me and what isn't for me. But now on to the trip from hell. the anniversary trip from hell. Let me tell you about that. So it was my 3rd year anniversary. I planned this getaway. It was going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. 2 of our friends were getting married. So we're like, hey, it's a 5-hour road trip. We can go. I had my dear, beautiful cousin watch my kids for me. I had everything planned. We were on the road, had my music playing, had my Bible, what's the audio book playing. Beautiful. So we needed gas. We needed to stop because when you get to a certain place, we're going to McAllen, Texas. When you get to a certain point, like at least 18 miles, there is no gas station. But I was like, we're going to get some gas. We don't have to stop right now. We're going to but we didn't know that 18 miles, there would be no gas station. So I'm pulling up on my map, on my Google Maps, like gas stations. And every time we pass a gas station, it's abandoned and closed. Next town, abandoned and closed. I was like, and we had a quarter. So this whole time I was like, God, please, I promise I'm not going to play with you anymore. I'm going to put you, I pull up my gas tank. I was just praying, let me just get it. Because my partner, he was like, oh, that we should stop for gas. When we did stop the first time, just to fill up, because I had to use the bathroom. So like, just stop. I'm like, no, we can make it. Lo and behold, I should have listened to him. But anyway, so we get to the final gas station. I'm thanking God and went to use the bathroom. But I noticed we haven't eaten. And this is where the story takes a turn. I decided to get a burrito for both of us. I got us the same burrito, beef burrito, for both of us at the side gas station because we were literally maybe 45, 50 minutes from our hotel. But I was hungry. I was starving because we left early. So got the burrito, we ate it. I was like, boom, 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 boom. That butter was good, boy. It was good. We got to the hotel, checked in, beautiful hotel. They have like something planned every night. For guests on the weekends, they had Tejano night, they had disco night. It was just something planned every night at the hotel. So I just like that part. So I'll definitely go back because like if you don't have anything to do, that night in the hotel, there's something for you to do in the hotel that you're at. Then I got there, my partner decided to rest in. I said, well, I'm gonna go to the traditional wedding. I mean, I'm in town. I don't want to just stay in the hotel and rest. Let's go to the traditional wedding. I went to the traditional wedding, saw the bride. It was beautiful. I ate there. As you can tell, I love to eat. So I ate. I ate some we have a Nigerian dish called designer stew. It's with like white rice and this really hot stew or like a stew that they blend. And it's so good, and the meat is in it. It was just, sometimes they put like boiled egg in there. Like my Nigerians, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, designer stew. You get me. So I ate it and it was spicy. And then they had some suya. And then the suya was spicy and with some onions. And I just had all this spice on my plate. And I was just eating like there was no tomorrow. So I packed the same thing. So mind you, me and my partner ate the same thing. We both ate that burrito at the gas station, and I made his plate the same exact thing that I ate. I packed some for him in the plate and I took it home. So I took it back to the hotel. He ate it. We did, spend some time together outside the hotel and came back and went to sleep. Then 3 o'clock in the morning, you hear my stomach. You know what time it was. So I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I went to, sorry, I have to whisper because my toddler's outside the door and I don't want her to hear me because she's going to come in here and distort my story. So I had a date with the toilet and I was on the toilet for at least an hour. Just on the toilet for at least an hour. Don't know what I was doing on there. The date with the toilet. It was a pretty toilet. It was a nice toilet, but I was on the toilet for an hour. So after the hour, I was like, okay, I'm better. I was able to go back to sleep. That's not the end, y'all. Tell me why it's 7 o'clock in the morning. 7 o'clock in the morning. Things started coming out from the other end. This end. Ugh. My body was getting rid of it all. And this whole time I'm looking at my partner, I'm like, didn't you eat the same thing I did? Why aren't you going through hell like I am right now? And yes, so we were just, it was horrible. It was just horrible. I was in the bed. I had him go buy me some Pepto-Bismol and ginger ale. That helped. but it wasn't until like 5, 6 o'clock. So think about from 7 o'clock in the morning to 5, 6 o'clock in the evening is when my body decided to calm and settle down. So he ended up going to the wedding and to the reception. But when he got to the reception, the groom, which is my really good friend, he was like, "Oh no, you need to come. She needs to come. I'll put her seat by the restroom. She can just go in." And I changed. And mind you, that's not even it. Let me tell you. Let me rewind back. When we were getting ready that Friday to go to the traditional, why did my partner forget our clothes at home? Why did he forget our clothes at home? So Saturday, he had to go to Ross and Marshall's, and find him some new clothes. So imagine you were looking forward to this getaway trip. It was like a week before I had to go back to work, anniversary, first weekend with no kids, and you're stuck in bed because you decided to be a fatty and just everything in your mouth. But yes, all in all, we left the next day. I did make it to the reception. I did see the bride and groom for a little bit. We, took a picture with them. I didn't eat because I wasn't playing. Because I was like, I refuse to be on a road back home 5 hours and would have to constantly stop to use the bathroom. So I watched what I eat the whole time. So the moral of the story is, don't eat burritos from the gas station. And if you know your body can't take spicy things, don't eat too much because you want to be greedy. But yeah, you guys, that's all. I just wanted to come on here and just catch up with you. It's been a while and just let you know what I have planned for the rest of the year. I did get my new vlogging equipment, so you're going to see that. Right now I'm still using my phone, but probably by the time this video comes, the next video after this is going to be on my new vlogging camera. So I'm hoping that will just give better quality and things of that nature. But I am excited. I'm just excited with so many things that are happening. So the video, I'm going to do I have a self-care one coming up. Of course, I'm going to do one for breast cancer awareness because that's really, really important to me. I'm hoping to do a travel one again before the year is over. I have a new style with my locks that I'm going to do. So like, can't wait for you guys to see that. But just make sure you like and subscribe. Follow me at Instagram at Nyjah_Chloe and comment below. Comment below. What else do you want to see in this video? Has that ever happened to you? Have you ever had a trip from hell? What are some of your mental health recommendations for me? Things I can do to just kind of woosah. And I will talk to y'all later.